Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another SWGOH video. So I'm back here with another Grand Arena feats video. So we have a brand new season 16 starting, and as always, if you're interested in tracking the feats, which ones are coming up, what the rewards will be, and also what teams you could use to complete those, I created a page on my SWGOH for Life tool. So if you haven't seen it yet, go and check it out. There'll be a link in the description below. Now obviously CG here decided to rehash the feats from season 9, I believe, where the theme was Stormtroopers. So that's both like Imperial Stormtroopers as well as First Order. So I'll go in this video through all the feats and obviously just talk you through to some of the suggested teams that you'll be able to complete these feats. Now it's a free again, hate it or love it, it is what it is. Just try to have fun with it. At the end of the day, it's a game after all. The theme, as mentioned before, Stormtroopers, and actually the join period started last night on 22nd of March. Now here you will see all these kind of generic feats that are common pretty much in every season, so I won't cover those, but they are listed here just for reference so that you can see when they're coming up and what the rewards are. Now all the starting dates and the rewards, again, these are just projections based on the historic data. Obviously, if any of this is incorrect, once these feats actually do go live, I'll make sure to update these on my tool. So the first themed feat here is called the Galaxy-wide Enforcers, where you have to defeat 6 enemy units in Grand Arena with Imperial Stormtroopers and then variants. Now these are Stormtrooper, Snow Trooper, Death Trooper, Magma, Shore and Range. So you got 6 kind of troopers here to choose from. Now depending on what you have built up in your roster, what the opponents set on defense, you know, just a couple of suggested teams here. You could go down the Veers route with a couple of damage dealers, or you could go down the Throne Shore Trooper, and then Snow Trooper can just, you know, keep spamming his AoEs, while Shore Trooper is taunting, and Throne obviously, you know, can control the field, swap turn meter, fracture, and as well top up protection on Shore Trooper. So, you know, just a couple of teams here. The next one is the Emperor's Finest, and here you have to win a Grand Arena battle using 3 variants of the Imperial Stormtroopers. So again, the same 6 as mentioned in the previous feat. Now unfortunately none of these guys has a leadership ability, but again the idea here is, you know, you do have a tank there, pre-taunting tank, Shore Trooper, and then a couple of damage dealers, and hopefully this team can take somebody out. I'm not sure, obviously, without any good leadership, but you know, it depends on, you know, the level of your troopers. I mean, you could always, if you really want to go after the feats and you know, for example, your opponent was not able to clear your board, you could, for example, go in with a strong team, then take out 2 characters out and leave the third one very weak, and then you could just send this one in as the second, and then time out that battle, and then these 3 guys can just go in and kind of clean up that remaining character that you left after the first battle, if you really want to go after these feats. But you know, at the end of the day, many of us prefer to secure the win than to get all the feats. But in those situations where, you know, you have the win already secured and you have you know, 20 banners to spare to 2-shot a team, you could always do it that way. So again, a few generic feats here that, you know, are common now. So the next one is a Sign of Things to Come. Now this one you actually have to win a Grand Arena battle using 3 clone troopers. Obviously you got Rex and Fives. They both have leadership for clones, but obviously Rex probably is a better lead overall. So you could just go in with this kind of, you know, 501st clone squad. You could maybe, instead of Echo, use Arc Trooper as well. But you know, this team probably could do some damage versus many opponents. So maybe this feat, you know, it's gonna be quite easy to achieve. And then again, a few generic feats here. Up next, got Elite Bodyguards. So this one you have to win a Grand Arena battle with Krennic and Death Trooper. And as a reward, you also get a nice portrait there if you're into that. And you know, suggested squad, I think Vader can, you know, almost solo by himself many teams out there. So if you could just use Vader lead and plonk these 2 guys on, and you know, they should be good to go, I think. Again, we got another generic feat there. And then the next one we have here to review is First Order Fire Team. Now this one you have to defeat 6 enemy units, but this time you have to use First Order Stormtrooper and their variants, not Imperials. So this counts as Captain Phasma, Executioner, Stormtrooper, and Sith Trooper. And as amongst the rewards here, you get a nice portrait of the fake Sith Trooper if you like it. And then, you know, you could kind of take it probably two routes here, either Phasma lead or Hux lead. Hux lead probably is a better option there, but obviously, you know, the second and third characters are kind of, you know, optional, whatever you have there. Just mind you that if Hux is the one that defeats any of the enemies, that won't count for the feat. So obviously with, you know, Phasma lead, whichever you know, defeats an enemy, that will count. But obviously Hux is a better lead overall than Phasma, that's for sure. Alright, so the next one to have a look at is critical success. So here you have to gain advantage 20 times in Grand Arena. And you know, I mean, there are other factions other than First Order that do have some advantages built in, but First Order really, almost every character has some sort of way of gaining advantage and things like that. Obviously, if you got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, you can use him for offense, then Hux. You could do Hux lead or Kylo Ren and Mask lead. So all of these guys, in one way or another, have some sort of advantage synergy. So this shouldn't be too hard if you save your First Order for offense. Alright, so next one is Generation Apart. So here you have to win a Fleet Arena battle using Imperial TIE Fighter and First Order TIE Fighter. And you get a title tie as one of the rewards. You could probably go here, kind of two routes. You could either just use the Negotiator lineup and, you know, just add these two TIE Fighters in here just for the feat. Or, you know, you could use a Finalizer, go up against... if you do have Home 1 in your arena, you could obviously take out Home 1 there and just bring in these two TIE Fighters as reinforcements, and, you know, you should be good to go there. Okay, so moving on, Train to Serve. So here you have to win Grand Arena battle using 3 variants of First Order Stormtroopers. So this time Hux won't count. You will have to go with Phasma lead and just probably put a couple of damage dealers there, and, you know, you should be good to go, I think. So moving on, next one, Space Superiority. So we've got another fleet feat here, and here you have to win a Fleet Arena battle using 3 Clone Trooper ships. Now this, if you got Negotiator, this shouldn't be too hard. Obviously Umbaran, that's Clone, as well as Rex and Clone Sergeant. So this shouldn't be too hard, I think, to complete in your Fleet Arena. Next one, we've got what's your operating number, and here you have to win with Stormtrooper Han, Farm Boy Luke, and Chewbacca. That's an interesting team. Again, I'm not sure if this team can one-shot anything that your opponent puts down. But hey, if you got a Relic Farm Boy and Zayt on him, you know, he can probably put some big hits out there because he's got stacking damage. So yeah, otherwise you may need to two-shot somebody. We'll see. You know, depends on what I put in. Oh, there's actually one feed that I didn't mention. I think somewhere towards the top. Sorry, I skipped it in the beginning. Let me find it. Looking for it. Scanning. There we go. Droider Fire. Now the reason why I did notice it, because I don't have any suggested squads for this one, because all you have to do is gain a taunt 20 times in Grand Arena, and I felt like, you know, there's so many taunting tanks out there that probably, you know, suggesting squads here probably is not very helpful. But I did want to point it out that this one is coming up as well. Alright guys, hope you find this video useful, showing you what feats we have in the current season 16 coming up, that you can prepare yourself if you're into chasing feats. If not, then, you know, I hope at least you found it fun as well. But anyway, let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.